Hi, families. Thank you for joining into another week of Hues on the Horizon, our homework help. This is the week of October the 8th through October 12th. If you've noticed this week, the homework looks a lot different than it normally looks. I broke down the homework a little bit differently because I noticed some things in class. I hear the feedback from students saying that they finish all their homework on Monday night and they're not doing homework Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or they're either cramming to finish all of their homework on Thursday. And we know cramming to do something all in one day does not produce quality. I want quality work. So that's why I'm asking all of you to partner with me to help to ensure that the homework is paced out accordingly. If you look at reading, our standard that we're studying right now is RL 3.3. We're describing the characters in a story based on the characters' feelings, their actions, their sayings, their thoughts, and we're assigning character traits to these characters based on those things. We're also talking about the character's motivation. Why did the character do whatever they did? We're talking about how the character's actions contribute to the sequence of events. The one of the books that we're studying right now is Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. You can access that book on YouTube if you would like to. Repeat, the book is called Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, and we're studying that book until tomorrow, Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we'll be going into a book by Patricia Polacco. The name of that book is Mr. Lincoln's Way. And we're going to be diving really deep into that book, picking it apart, looking at the characters and how they're acting, examining their feelings, what they're saying, and what they're thinking, and how our character can change over time. Looking at that reading column, I'm asking you to assist your student as they complete all of the assignments this week. It is very imperative that your student reads for 30 minutes every night. And please get into the habit of recording the reading on a reading log, whether it's in an agenda or it's on a reading log that you can print at home. It's totally up to you. The easiest way, in my opinion, would be to record their reading inside of the reading log. I don't mind if your student is reading physical paperback books from my classroom or the library or something that you may have at home, or if your student would like to get on Raz-Kits, that's always an option. But please make sure your student is reading at least 30 minutes a night. My Raz-Kits login for our class is Key Hughes lowercase l. The password for every student is Hughes3. Please use Raz-Kits. I'm in the process of adjusting your students' levels to reflect whatever their TRC level is right now. Okay. So let's go through the assignments quickly. Monday, today, they have a Christopher Columbus passage. I'm asking that you read the passage more than one time. Fluent and reading to comprehend. You read the reading at least twice, but the prime number I would say will be three. Three is our magic number. I'm asking that the students complete questions 1 through 6, and they respond to number 6 in the blank space below number 9. There's another passage in there called Just Be Patient. There, the student will be comparing the student, I'm sorry, the character and the events that goes on in the story, and they'll be assigning character traits to that character. On Wednesday, I'm asking your students to go back to the Christopher Columbus passage, reading it again 3 times, and answering questions 7 through 9. I want the written response to number 7 and 9 in that blank space if it fits, but if it does not fit, I have attached a sheet of loose leaf blank paper for your student to use. Thursday, I'm asking your student to go back to the Just Be Patient vocabulary matching activity, and I'm asking them to also fill out a written response. If my background is a little bit noisy, I want to tell you that I'm at home. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So if you hear any Peppa Pig in the background, if you hear jumping around, that's my children. Okay. Let's go over to math. For math this week, we're working on multiplication and division within 100. We're solving word problems in situation with equal groups, arrays. We're using a little bit of measurement, but not a lot. We're focusing on using strategies like drawings, equations, using symbols. This is our first exposure with using symbols. Typically, you will see a symbol used in algebra, and this is the introduction of algebraic thinking. for representing an unknown number. So it gets a little bit complex this week, but I want you to encourage your students to work through it. The big focus this week is, should I multiply or divide? And your student has some different worksheets to work through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. One of them is titled Representing Division. The next one is like a test that I'm not really counting as a test. And I've broken it down into how I want the assignment turned in on Tuesday, Wednesday, and on Thursday, I'm asking that they just do 1 through 7. It's quick multiple choice, but I want your students to show their work on the back. I want to see their thinking exactly where they are. Another really important thing is that you get onto 10 marks every night for at least 15 minutes. 10 marks is the dream if you want to master all third grade standards. It's a great tool. So please log on to 10 marks every night for at least 15 minutes. A lot of my parents may be thinking out there that the homework is thick this week. It's very thick, and I want to talk about that. The homework is thick this week because of things that I'm noticing. I'm noticing students are not doing their homework. Homework is very important in our class because it reinforces whatever I've taught in class. And I know third grade is different than second grade because it's a big jump. We're going from adding to multiplying to dividing really fast. And we don't have time to slack off in the beginning because everything that we do in math, the foundation of it is multiplication and division in third grade. So please get on it if you're not on it. And if you're on it, stay on it, and let's encourage ourselves to go a little bit further. I want to talk about the math scores from cycle 1, the assessment. It was 20 questions on the assessment. We took it on Friday. A lot of students, I thought they were going to do well because it took their time, and I thought I saw students using their strategies. But when these scores came back, I was very surprised that we didn't do as well as I thought we would have. So that's why I'm encouraging my families to please practice multiplication and division strategies at home. I want to talk about the scores and where we started and exactly where we are. So looking at the data, when your student came to me, we took a pre-assessment before teaching. We took a pre-assessment, and your students on a class average scored a 36%. So the class average was a 36% on the pre-assessment given August 30th. And we decided to give the cycle assessment 4 weeks afterwards. But due to the hurricane days, we were unable to do so. So the cycle assessment was given last Friday. And our class goal was to at least double what we scored before. So my hope was that we would end up around the 72% mark here. But we are not here. Currently, we're at the 67% mark. And I just know that we have work to do. We gained 31% in around 5 weeks. I'm happy that we showed growth, but I know we can do more. We missed our goal by about 5%, but our real goal is 80% because 80% is mastery. Okay. So let's stop here. And in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about our writing assignment and about how to solve some math problems for the week.